TYT Sports locked out here in gloomy Culver City, California. Rick Strom joined by Ben Mankiewicz. Today, Junior Seau died at the age of 43 in a news conference held outside his home in Oceanside. The police said that he died of a gunshot wound to the chest. Again, they are ruling it a suicide.
Self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted. He was discovered by his girlfriend. A 20-year career for Junior Seau, an unbelievable career. 1990 draft, number 5 overall in the first round. Played for numerous teams: the Dolphins, the Chargers, and the Patriots.
Mostly, he's a Charger though. Junior Seau's a Charger.
And he was from Oceanside in the San Diego area.
Right. So, but I mean, he's you could make an argument that he's the greatest Charger ever. Certainly the greatest defensive Charger ever. Dan Fouts probably the greatest Charger ever, but certainly I think you gotta say Seau is.
Something that is really surprising that I did not know until today: Sports Illustrated's Lee Jenkins, who I'm sure you've heard of, tweeted something out saying that Junior Seau is now the 8th NFL player, 8th player from the 1994 Super Bowl team, that Chargers team that lost in the Super Bowl to the 49ers, to pass away.
That's unbelievable.
Under the age of 45.
That's amazing.
Very quickly, I want to get your thoughts on this. The list stems from David Griggs, Rodney Culver, Doug Miller, Chris
Rodney
Mims.
Culver died in the plane crash in the Everglades.
I mean, they all.
No, I mean that's just.
It wasn't suicide.
No, right. No, I just bring it up because I just remember that so keenly. I was a news reporter then. I remember that plane crash.
Chris Mims, Curtis Whitley, Sean Lee, Lou Bush, and you could also read up on that on Deadspin. An article in the Washington Post in 2008. You might find.
That's really unbelievable. 8 guys. That's from 94. That's just 18 years ago.
Here's the thing. This article in the Washington Post, posted in 2008 by Les Carpenter. He interviewed a man, I'm sure I'm going to mispronounce his name, Marjorie Rosenberg, a professor of actuarial science and biostatistics at the University of Wisconsin.
You got the Rosenberg part right.
Thanks. Calculated the odds of something like this happening at less than 1%.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to say about it except it's bizarre and obviously tragic because they all died under tragic circumstances when you die that young. Some from a large heart. There was a history of drug use, a drug overdose for Whitley in his trailer. I remember that story, and obviously Culver.
The day after his 39th birthday, I believe.
And Rodney Culver in that plane crash, that terrible plane crash.
Also to be noted, in October of 2010, Junior Seau drove his car off a cliff after allegedly attacking his girlfriend.
And he said he fell asleep. Is that right?
He claims that he fell asleep. I mean, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's a guy who's obviously, when that happens and then you kill yourself, you presume that I wouldn't presume to know any of the facts except that obviously troubled in some way, tragically troubled. And it's just it's a terrible story. It's a terrible story when somebody with sort of, when anybody kills themselves, but a guy who's clearly in some degree of personal agony, and it seems like it dates back to some extent. And then the manner in which he killed himself, obviously, is going to be what's an interesting story, is that you just told me, I didn't know this, but he shot himself in the chest, and that's what Dave Duerson did. And Dave Duerson left a note asking that they actually donate his brain to science to study his brain injury. We don't have any information about that on Seau, but that's a...
we do know that there was no note. According to police, there was no note.
At this point, no note. Obviously, investigation in its early stages, but that's a unique way to kill yourself.
Yeah.
And obviously, people will be speculating about whether there was some degree of brain injury and whether that's the reason that he chose to kill himself that way. But there could be absolutely no brain injury at all, and he killed himself that way because was in great despair, and that just was what made sense to him.
He leaves behind 4 kids and an ex-wife. Junior Seau, 12-time Pro Bowler, 10-time All-Pro. Tragic news today with Junior Seau. Thanks, man.